So the next tool we need to gain proficiency with is conditional formatting. If you look on our list, conditional formatting is number 8 or 9. So we're just going to skip 8 for just a minute. Conditional formatting means that if certain conditions are met, then it's going to change the way the cell looks. So like if, for example, you want all the cells that are over 500 to be filled in a certain color, it'll do that for you. Instead of you having to go in and read, okay, this cell is over 500, color it green. This cell is over 500, color it green. So I know that you should have data in these columns right here. It's fine if you have that data. I have removed them for this video. So the very first thing that you want to do, sorry, I noticed something I did here. Very first thing that you want to do is, let's look with this 2004 data. Let's copy it from the first box up here all the way down to the final state. So just before it says all students, which in this case is North Dakota. So we've highlighted that section, and that means these are the cells that we're going to format. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to format, and you can choose how you want to format the 4th one. So the first thing that we need to do is, after we've highlighted our cells, we need to go to Format, and you're going to see an option that says Conditional Formatting. So we need to go ahead and write the rule. So there is no rule here yet. So in order to make a rule, we click the Add Rule button. So for this first one, let's go ahead and change the style. Let's do the style as icon sets. So what it's going to do is it's going to place either a red dot, a yellow dot, or a green dot next to the number based upon what the value of the number is. So let's look. We have green. So we want to have a green dot come up when the value is, this is greater than or equal to. Let's say if the value is greater than or equal to 520, then we want it to color, put a green dot. We don't want percent here. Instead, we're going to choose number. We want the exact number. As far as choices, you can choose number, percent, formula, and percentile, all of which are good for different reasons. The simplest, I believe, is number. Second, when the value is greater than or equal to, again, we'll change it to number so we don't have to change later. So if the value is less than 520, but greater than or equal to, let's say 500, right? So if it's between 500 and 520, we want it to color it yellow. And if it's lower than 520, we're going to go ahead and ask it to color it red. Hit OK. This is the rule that it's showing us. This is the data that we've chosen. It's the stuff that's highlighted right now. We want to go ahead and hit OK. And what you should see is, if it's below 500, like we said, it's given it a red dot to make it easier to find. If it's between 500 and 520, you can see that it's given us a yellow dot. And if it's between if it's above 520, it's placed a green dot for us. So that's using conditional formatting with data sets. Let's go ahead and grab our second set of data. I want to grab the 2 categories from 2003, except for all students. Again, we're going to go to Format, Conditional Formatting. We don't have a rule on this set of data yet, so we need to add a rule. Let's go ahead and use let's use a 3-color scale. So a 3-color scale means that, like, the higher something scores, the darker it's going to be. So for our lowest value, let's go ahead and let's make them red. For the middle values, we're going to make them yellow. And for the highest values, we're going to go ahead and keep them green. Go ahead and hit OK. We have our rule. We have our data. We're going to hit OK. So the darker the red is, the lower the score is, right? Once it starts to get more into orangey, it's a little bit higher in yellow. If you see that it starts to get into a yellowy green, it's an even higher score. And the highest scores are the dark green. So a lot of times people who make like maps with different items will go ahead and use this item choice. Let's do another one. So I'm going to grab my 2002 data. I'm going to go to Format, Conditional Formatting. I'll add a rule. Let's see, which rule should we add? Let's go ahead and just do the classic. So I went down to classic. So if you only want to find certain pieces of data, or if you want to only like highlight certain pieces of data, you can use this one. So it says format only top or bottom ranked values. So let's say we'll do the top 20%. For the top 20%, let's go ahead and do a fill green, dark green with dark green text. So the top 20% of cells in this section are now going to turn into this green on green. I'm going to hit OK. We have our rule. Hit OK. So we can see these are the scores that were the top 20% in each section. So it kind of helps us highlight, and it changes the format of the cell to sort of direct our eyes in a direction that makes sense. So for the final one here for 2001, what I want you to do is on this one we did a 3-color scale. I want you to choose some way to do a 2-color scale with this data right here.